Here, Coach Show, Coach Brandon Smith, South Warren, round 2 of the playoffs. It's been a few weeks since we've done a video. Since then, you guys have beat Daviess County 49-14, and then another big win against Logan County 49-14, securing a perfect 10-0 record and a first-round bye. How important is it to have that first-round bye?
I mean, we earned it. We got the 1 seed and earned it. But I didn't really like having a bye week this late in the year. I prefer to just play, and kind of stay in rhythm and stay in a routine. But it is what it is. That's how it came about. So I thought the kids and the coaches did a good job with it last week of making it count for something and. Trying to stay in a rhythm and compete against each other and trying to stay sharp the best they could. But it's good to definitely be back in a game week.
So offensive side of the ball, not a lot of stats from these games. Just gonna go over yearly stats. Quarterback Cam Page finished the season 126, 178 passing, totaling 1,686 pass yards, 70% completion percentage, 19 passing touchdowns, along with 229 rush yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Running back Caden York, who we talked about pretty much every single week, finished the season with 646 rush yards, 15 rushing touchdowns, 20 receptions, 220 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, and he even completed a pass. Jake Carter, wide receiver, finished the season with 49 receptions, 630 yards, 7 touchdowns, 11 rushes, 42 yards, and 1 touchdown. All 3 of the guys were named first-team All-Sky Conference players. How have these players progressed throughout this season, and what do they have to continue doing to keep this momentum going through the playoffs?
Yeah, I think those guys have done a great job. Caden taking on the role, and him and Jake, are returning starters, and they're supposed to be the guy, and they've done that. They've made plays when they've had to. They've made plays that aren't routine plays, and that's what you're looking for out of senior leaders. And then, Cam's done a great job this year through the season of stepping into that role and growing and getting better every single week, making good decisions, using his legs. But all those guys are, beneficiaries of, all the other guys. The offensive line has done maybe a better job than anybody of improving from July to now. And then, it's a lot easier on offense when you've got multiple guys that you can give the ball to and spread it around. And it's a lot harder when you're just a one-man show or a two-man show. And fortunately, that's not the case for us. So, we have all those guys and a lot of options, and that makes it tough to defend.
Defensive side of the ball, Quee Smith finished the season with 11 solo tackles, 11 assisted, 10 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 pass breakup. Defensive back Zach Bridges finished with 12 solo tackles, 15 assisted, 27 total tackles, 1 fumble recovery, 2 pass breakups, and 5 interceptions. These 2 players named first-team All-Sky Conference Players of the Year as well. We've talked about the defense a lot this year and how well they've performed. At this point in the season, with all the success they've had, what's the message to keep the defense playing how they've been playing all season?
Well, I mean, the competition gets harder, so it's pretty easy, and we're in do-or-die mode now, with the playoffs. Lose and you go home. So the motivation part isn't easy, but those guys have done a really good job with the discipline, and I think that's how we've been successful this year is being disciplined and being smart and, flying the football. And so that's the key. We got to be smart enough to understand that's the key and to keep that going.
So obviously at the end of the season, some awards came out. So I'm going to just name all the All-Sky players here. So quarterback Cam Page, first-team All-Sky Conference quarterback. Caden York, running back, first-team All-Conference running back. Malik Butler, first-team All-Sky offensive line. Jake Carter, first-team All-Sky Conference wide receiver. Quee Smith, first-team All-Sky Conference defensive lineman. Zay Bridges, first-team All-Sky Conference defensive back. Special teams, Riley Aller, first-team All-Sky Conference specialist. Kyler Lyons, second-team All-Conference offensive lineman. Griffin Reynolds, second-team All-Conference tight end. Will Mays, second-team All-Conference defensive lineman. Joseph Fincher, second-team All-Sky Conference defensive back. Then there are some district awards as well. 6A District 2 Player of the Year is Caden York. 6A District 2 Lineman of the Year, Malik Butler. 6A District 2 Coach of the Year, Coach Brandon Smith. In total, the team had 13 players who received awards at the end of the season. Obviously, it says a lot about the players and their character. But how important / influential has the coaching staff been this season?
Well, I mean, for those players and for, you know, the coaches too, it's, you know, the same thing I told those guys, you know, if we're 500, half of you ain't on that team, you know. That's the way it works, you know. When you win, you get praise and you get awards and you get attention, and when you don't, you don't. And so I think all of that is just a product of the success that the team has had, you know, on the field. And you know, I mean, that's nice, and those guys should be proud and they should enjoy it, but that's also not the main goal either. And so, you know, we got that in front of us, and that's where the focus is at.
Upcoming game this week, you guys are coming off a bye. Y'all taking on Hopkinsville here at home. Last time y'all played, y'all won 33-21. It's kind of a weird game with all the elements and everything. What are your expectations of this game, and what challenges are presented when you have to play a team twice in the same year? Is there different game planning involved? They've obviously seen what you've done. You see what they've done. Is there any kind of different schematics going into this game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the last game was a fluke. I think they're a really good team. I think they're really underrated. They've got some outstanding players. You know, their running back / receiver / quarterback guy that does everything. You know, he's really good. I mean, he should be a candidate for Mr. Football. But I don't, like I said, I don't think it was necessarily a fluke. I think they're a good team. I think they gave us all we wanted, and, you know, I'm kind of expecting the same this time around. In terms of game planning, I mean, you get to this point of the year and you just do what you do, you know. I mean, they'll do what they do, and we'll do what we do, and, you know, you're not going to do a whole lot different. I mean, it is what it is at this point, you know, and you got to do what you're good at, and hope it's enough.
Well, that wraps up this week of the Coaches Show. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on all of our platforms. We'll be back next week for round 3. We'll also still be giving away a free mini split system at the end of the year, as well as if you ask a fan question for Coach Smith, you get a free 7 Brew gift card.